in this bit, gang in this bit.
What's
Hey,
up? Okay.
Holly. I got
What's the occasion?
this my new hat. You know what I'm saying? I bought this hat because I'm a proud American. You know what I'm saying? And I sell American vehicles, and I want all of my American compadres to come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Little sales. That's like for the sales. I see.
Yeah, but I really like this hat. It really fits me. I really feel like I probably should have been a cowboy.
Yeah, that hat look nice on you.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm thinking about getting a belt buckle. I'm taking this shit all the way. And also, this is the sidetrack. But I've learned a new dance, it's about bringing reality to the forefront with
Mm.
issues. So, like for example, I just dropped this. I've been getting a good feedback, so I'm gonna drop another one. Okay. So this is called Mind Your Motherfucking Business in Art Form. Okay. Mind your motherfucking business, bitch. That's
Okay.
that's how I go. That's how I go.
All right. I see you. Hit the twirl and everything. Okay.
I got some more. I'm gonna drop some more. I'm gonna drop some more on my porch. Some more. Okay.
All right. I see you. Okay.
Shot a little twirl, slam. Hey, that's when you know motherfucker need to mind their business. Mind.
Yeah, I see you, tutorial. Well, okay. I'm doing a praise dance
I,
thing.
you know I used to be on the praise thing. What?
I could tell. I could
Hey,
tell.
hey, go ahead, PY. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That's what's up, though. I see you.
You know I'm
How's
trying to.
every?
Uh,
How's everything though? Like, how's everything been today?
yeah, everything's been pretty good. I ain't got
Okay.
no complaints. I finally took my day off, enjoying myself. I'm the reason why I've been like grinding and working consistently and just putting in the work and going through the process is because the reality is this work that I'm putting in is going to be super beneficial for me to where as though I'm not going to have to, you know, stand at the door waiting for customer ups. I'm not going to have to, pound the service lane to try to find a deal. I'm people are going to see my work ethic and going to see, my work through my marketing, and people just going to start reaching out to me. It's going to be a flow to where I can move around and do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I recently applied to part time to be for something. I'm not going to say it because I realize I overshare. So that's why
Okay.
that's
You
why. But
share when it come to pass.
yeah. But hopefully it comes through. You know what I'm saying? So I can get some extra coinage out the
All right.
way. You know what I'm saying? It involves me being able to fly whenever I want. Hello?
Okay.
You feel me? But nah, though. Man, this is season. Oh, welcome to my perspective. Oh, we got sidetracked. My bad. That was my fault.
It's
Welcome to
okay.
my perspective podcast, man. This is episode 5. No,
I
no, just season 4,
I don't
episode.
know what episode. I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot the season up. We on season 4, episode 6. No, we on season
Um,
4,
I think
episode
it's
7.
7. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I know it's season 4.
We
Sorry, y'all.
season 4. Season 4, episode. So season cuatro, episode 7.
Fo, fo,
You
fo,
feel me? But
fo.
our other compadre, Jamie, has some work to do. So we're gonna make sure we hold it down for Shorty. Shout out to Jamie
Yeah,
B. You know,
we're gonna hold it down.
We're gonna hold it
Jamie.
down. And I want to say, so I just want to air this grievance because I've been looking at y'all shows when I'm out here, and y'all don't be shouting a nigga out.
We don't.
Hell no, y'all don't. I looked at 2 episodes that I wasn't here, and y'all motherfuckers did not shout me out once.
Hold me
So
accountable. I apologize. I will make sure that the next time, if you ever miss an episode, we are going to shout you out in the beginning and the end.
yes, because I don't want us to get famous and then I have this grievance built up and it explode and it explode in front of the world. We need to handle this right now.
Yeah, we don't got time for that.
We don't got time because my shit's sensitive. and I and I overshare, as you can see.
We got you. I got you for sure. For sure, for sure. I can't speak for Jamie, but I got you for
Yeah,
sure.
Jamie, you hear this? Nah, no. But how you been, OP?
I've been good. Shoot, just working. Things going on, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Personal things. Unfortunate things. But just gotta continue to be strong and keep pushing. So, you know, that's all I'm doing is just trying to maintain. Well, I'm maintaining. I'm not gonna say trying to. I'm maintaining and learning a lot along the way. Continuing to keep my mind open. You
Yeah,
know, to continue to learn about life, about myself, and it's a beautiful thing.
yeah,
Life is
man.
beautiful.
Life is beautiful. Ooh, girl, look how God just did. You gave me another dance. I got a dance. Like it's called Life is Beautiful. I'm gonna bring reality. I'm gonna bring art to reality. You gonna ooh, this gonna be a funny one. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait till this show over.
Got you.
Life is beautiful. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I feel like okay, I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? And a lot of my theories have been accurate. So I feel like because this this life, I feel like this world we live in is not really reality. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, I feel like we are in some form of stimulation only because we feel like we are trapped, right? And when I say trapped, I mean like when you are following, you know, I'm not talking about the law of God, but I'm saying like when you are following the laws of the land, you know what I mean? Like as far as going to work every day, you know what I'm saying, paying bills, you know what I'm saying, like that, trying to figure out a way to have extra income so you can, live comfortably. When you get to the point that you finally, have awakened and know who you are, the money start to flow. You know what I'm saying? The happiness start to come because you know how to get there and you know what prevented you from being there, and you know what's not gonna, you know what to stop if they're trying to cut off your happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
and it when I told you like intention and shit like that. Excuse me for cursing out, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna limit the curse words. I'm trying my best. So when you talk with intention, you know what I mean. Like for example, like I've been going in the mirror because I seen this little boy say mirrors are portals, right? And this little genius boy. And I found that he is actually right. So I've been going in the mirror and I've been telling myself, I'm gonna, retire by 50. I'm gonna, put my money in these certain investments so that it works for me. I'm going to sell a lot of cars, and I say that with confidence, and I say it intentionally. And because of that, my units have increased. You know what I'm saying? I've been holding gross, and I've been, propelling myself in the company more to where, if they do something, I'm able to professionally and emotionally intelligently let them know.
Hmm.
Hey, look, stop playing with me for real.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was a babble, but hopefully it captured and
Life
hopefully
is
somebody
beautiful.
got. Yeah, my fault, y'all. Them women be talking. See, I'm a yapper. That's why
I,
that's why I sell cars.
That's good though. You need to get the gab to sell cars. You can't be quiet.
Hell no, you can't be.
Yeah, you gotta talk.
Our first topic is: does society pressure the youth to really live out their lyrics, right? And the reason why I say that is because now more than ever, we have our young people out here trying to show that they are street, trying to show that they are the biggest, baddest criminal out here in the neighborhood, in society. They want to be the little Jeffs. And for those of my older people who tune in and tap in to our shows, when we upload, Lil Jeff is a young serial killer from Chicago who did music and rapped about the bodies he caught inside of his music, as well as taunting people on live and things like that. And they want to be King Von. King Von is also another serial
Yeah.
killer from Chicago who was out here, killing people. Whether or not they was in the streets or not, regardless, he was killing
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? And that just so that's what these young people want to be. So I feel like it's a pressure not only from the music industry, but just from people who are not in the streets, people who have never been involved in the streets. They are regulating what I feel like. I feel like they are regulating what these young people feel they should be doing out here in order to be received by non-street people. It seems backwards though. You know what I'm saying? It just seems completely backwards that the youth have been manipulated not only by the niggas in the streets, but by people in society who feel like, oh yeah, I know what the street life's supposed to be like, and if you don't fit that mold, then
Mm.
I'ma troll you, or I'ma, say you not this, or you fake, or you a snitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much pressure for these young people to be criminals. I don't know how you feel about that.
I feel like I agree with that. And I feel like that comes from both the music and it comes from their peers. It comes from their homes. It's not just I feel like society
Mhm.
that does that because before they get out into society, they're at home.
Right.
And the music that we listen to just the other day, somebody had reposted that famous letter about hip hop and how it was like in 1990 something, it was a meeting or whatever that happened. Everybody knows about this. Like, if you don't know about it, you need to look it up and Google it. But it was a meeting that happened at a famous person's house. I'm not going to say the person's name, a record executive. And it was a meeting where they were told, as far as hip hop is concerned, this is what we're going to do, and
Mm,
we're gonna talk about gang banging. You have to rap about drugs. You have to
mm,
rap about killing. This is basically a way for them to influence basically our youth. And it kind of
mm,
backfired because it didn't just influence our youth, it influenced everybody's.
mm.
Because everybody out here trying to be a YN, no matter what race they are.
Right.
But it's just sad that the music that we listen to, you can't exclude that because if you're talking about society, that's basically society.
Yeah.
The music that they're listening to right now and is glorifying, you named artists, those are artists that are musicians who
Yeah.
are rapping about killing people, and these kids are listening to this stuff all day every day. They're
Yeah.
listening to the music more so than they're listening to people on the street.
Right. You're
They
right.
got them AirPods in and them little JBL speakers, and they on the bus, and that's all you hear. They listening to these artists and all they talking about is that. But
Yeah.
then at the same time, it's like it's just period in music because it's not just this generation. Think about our generation. Everybody wanted to be a pimp.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to call women out their name. You got
Mhm.
girls who grew up thinking that it's okay for you to sleep with this one and this one as long as he paying you. So it's like the music that you expose yourself to definitely plays on your mind. That's what you're feeding into your mind.
Yeah.
And if that's all you're feeding into your mind, what you think you gonna be? You gonna be a YN.
Yep. That's so true. You're absolutely right. And you know what's interesting, right? Growing up, they used to always say our music, and when we was growing up, was it's the music, it's the music, it's the music
Hmm.
that's making our kids. do bad. And we had a whole debate when I was in high school. I remember it. I was in Miss Worth class,
Mm-hmm.
and we were basically saying that it's not the we don't listen to the music, we listen to the beat. People are intentionally committing crimes. It has nothing to do with the music. But the reality is, as you get older, and that's what my teacher told me. She said, when you get older, you're going to see how the music is an influence. She
Yep.
right. As an adult now, I do whole motherfucking heartedly feel like this music is rotting our kids' brain. Honestly, it's making them idiots. They're going online telling people how they committed crimes. They saying their crime, their exact crimes in the song. Like, oh boy, the nigga Dave Four, or
D4D or whatever his name is.
yeah, you know what
I don't
I'm
know
saying?
what his but that's always happened though. You literally can look up rappers from the 90s. I went and listened to an Apple, it was like either Apple or Spotify, and I just put in down south rappers, and it was niggas from Memphis talking about cutting people up
Oh
and
shit!
having them in the closet, people talking about cannibalism, and this is
Oh,
music that was coming out in the 90s. So
wow.
guess what? That's what I'm saying. Like, not like that, but it's not just it's music, period. That's like when my grandma and them or my mom and them was growing up. When Lil Richard came out with that Tutti Frutti on Rudy, and
Oh
it's like not like that, but look at what you're influencing. Prince, same thing. As much as a musical genius as he was, he's the reason why you even have those explicit stickers, the awareness stickers on your albums.
yeah,
So it's not just this generation. The only difference with this generation is the fact that everything is recorded.
yeah,
Everything is on camera. And because it's on camera, it's spreading like wildfire. It's the music is not the only thing now that's doing it. It is also the influence that the music is causing. And they getting on video and they're recording these actions while they doing these drive-bys.
yeah,
Why they stabbing people up? Why they raping people or bragging about this stuff? And it's like y'all look stupid because a lot of these rappers that are rapping about this stuff,
yeah,
some of them really crazy. A lot of them is only doing this because that's what the contract requires, and this is entertainment, and that is how they continue to put money in their pocket. They
yeah.
selling you an illusion, and you falling for it.
Yep, they selling you illusion because a lot of these artists, these big artists like motherfucking Lil Wayne and the baby and all them, they kids, they don't want their kids. They want their kids to be good, abiding citizens. They don't want them to be out here in the streets, but yet they making music where you're over sexualizing women, but you getting mad about a man painting pictures of your daughters in a very non-sexual way. But you, sir, are sexualizing women. I'm confused. Yes, I do understand where the baby was coming from, but at the end of the day, my nigga, you gotta walk it like you talk it. You know what I'm saying? If you
Mm-hmm.
don't want your babies in the world, don't show them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Don't show them.
Put a sheet over their face.
Yeah, like what Michael Jackson did, because
I mean,
he wanted the same exact thing for his kids, and guess what? We never seen the motherfucking kids until Michael wanted us to see the motherfucking kids. A blanket was a blanket the whole time. I'm thinking blanket was a fucking something you put over you. The motherfucker got the blanket on. He named the joint what he put on it, but yeah, society is, they got it's a pressure, for our young people to just be out
whew,
here cutting up. It's not, they don't even want to be doctors no more. I did a paper on this in college called the African American Experience, and I had this white professor, Professor DeForest. He was Irish. He was also racist as shit. I have no idea why they even allowed that racist ass nigga to be a part of a historically black college. My paper was excellent, but basically it was just saying like how our experience in America is still, slaves. you know,
mm-hmm.
we still trapped, so things like when Kanye say we still slaves and shit. This is reality, man, for real. Until we learn how to break.
But this the same Kanye. The thing recently that's been getting on my nerves when people say that is, you guys say that, but this is the same Kanye who apologized to the same people that he said were stealing from us, taking from us, and you apologized in order for you to get back on that stage.
I'm,
Like, y'all gotta knock it off, bro.
I'm gonna tell
Because
you
the
why.
same way that he's saying that, guess what? You're showing that you're nothing but a pawn and you're nothing but a slave, and you willing to tap dance for these others. And I'm not gonna say who they are. You guys know who they are because they run the world, they run the music industry. He talked against these people, and then you turned around and you apologized to them, and not just once. Every single time you want to perform, hey, I apologize. I wasn't in my right mind. Oh, now you crazy. Oh, now you bipolar. But when everybody was saying that, when your ex-wife was saying, hey, he's just something is going on, you wanted to say she lying. Now, because you want to get back on that stage, you're willing to apologize and contradict yourself. Like, not like that wonderful musical genius and all that. But at the same time, every time people bring up him talking about us and slavery, and you want to talk about Harriet Tubman, somebody who got us out, who was fighting and not tap dancing to these people drum. Come on, like, nah, bro. Nah.
I'm gonna tell
Like,
you this my perspective, right? I completely agree and understand where you are coming from. But the reality is, when others aren't trying to be on that same type of movement that you on, you gotta concede. At the end of the day,
man,
anti anti-Semitism, to be quite honest, I ain't gonna go there. But for real, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go there.
you stand on what you believe.
You
You don't
know,
have to perform for 80,000 people. If they're not allowing you to do it, then check it out. Continue to be outside like you was doing. That's all I'm saying. Go back. You was outside doing your church stuff. You didn't have no problem doing it then. So if you ain't had no problem with singing for the Lord and everybody outside and you having church or whatever, why you can't do your own festivals?
because they're not allowing him. They're not giving him the venue. If
He
Kanye,
performed at SoFi.
yeah, that because
You want to perform overseas. You want to perform at these festivals for these other people when you know who is in charge of this stuff. So now you want to apologize. Guess what? Stand on what you believe. If you can't perform at these places, then you bring the people to yourself. That's the decision that you made when you chose to speak the truth. You can't concede because of no money. Because that's what you're doing. And the love of money is the root of all evil. So you can't sit here and say, oh, yeah, we're God's chosen people. But
mhm,
then as soon as these people say, I'm going to take that bread out of your mouth, you don't
mhm,
believe that the same God that you serve, who
mhm.
fed the people when he brought them out of slavery,
Preach
and the bread fell from the
the
sky,
message. Yep,
and he fed them,
yep.
you don't believe it. You say you believe in that same God, but look at what you did. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't concede. Even like, let's say if our podcast get picked up, so we're supposed to stop talking about the things that we're talking about because of some money.
Yeah, you're right.
Y'all might as well get another third member, because not
Yeah,
like that. But I'm gonna continue to be independent. I don't care. Like,
yeah, yeah. You're right.
it's
You're right. You got to stand on what you believe. But I feel like with Kanye and Kanye's situation, because he's been standing on what he believes, and we've been going against it. I think Kanye feels like he has to, in some form, he has to, in some fashion, you know, kind of, like fall back a little bit and just focus on the music and put his message in the music, because the reality is that's how he's going to be able to influence, you know,
exactly.
influence people, you know what I'm saying, by just falling back on the physical message and just putting the message in the music, so that way people can pick it up, because the album he just dropped was pretty good, you know what I mean, and he has some good features on there. But you're right. You got Kanye. If you listening and this come across your motherfucking table, and homie, you from the DMV, come on, bro. We don't be doing that. You got to stand on your business. Put that message back into the music. You know what I'm saying?
Cause it's like, don't even say nothing then.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, don't even say nothing then.
Yeah,
Cause it's like at that point, if all you gonna do is you gonna speak up for your people, but then you gonna pull back. Your people was behind you when you got on national TV and you said George Bush was a racist. We was
yeah,
behind you.
yeah,
Your people was behind you when you had the whole Jesus walks and they was saying they wasn't gonna play it on the radio. Your people was behind you. Your people was behind you when your mom passed away. Your people was behind you every single accomplishment that you've had.
yeah,
So you can't, if you doing it for your people is always gonna ride for you. We're not the others.
yeah,
So if our money or if our support isn't good enough, then I just feel like just
yeah.
just
Stop.
like
Yeah,
put it in your music because that's how you gonna get them every
yeah,
time.
yeah,
That's how you gonna get them every time. They
yeah.
can't stop your music getting to the masses.
That's a fact.
They can't.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
it's too many ways now for your music to get out there. You ain't even gotta, if you didn't wanna. I remember Kanye did the, what was it? It was like the USB thing
Oh,
where he came.
the little beat joint where you can make the beat yourself. You can make a beat with the music you listening to. That was genius, actually.
No, when he came out with his album, I think it was the Donda or whatever, when he came out with that project and he was selling them on USB.
Oh,
And he was selling that project. I remember when it first came out and he was
yeah,
selling that project on USB. Bro, you got millions and millions of fans.
yeah,
Just imagine if they do try to censor you and you say, check this out. I'm finna go buy 100 million USBs.
right, right.
Nigga, you finna sit here, you finna sit here, you finna sit here, you finna, everybody finna sit here. We're downloading the album and we're mailing all of these out. We're shipping them out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You did it before, bro.
Yeah, because he crippled Adidas. Adidas never shook back after their relationship for real, for real. If we being real, so Kanye does have the power to shift society. He just have to know how to put that formula in the right recipe. You know what I'm saying? He got the formula. He just don't got the right recipe like he need to have. Like he did when he first came out with the college dropout.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The college dropout 1 and 2. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So Donda, those was all classic. The other joint where he had to go, 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 go. I didn't know like a radio. She wasn't rapping did like radio. Go, go, go. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's it.
You just
Some classic shit. So
you
you
should have
right.
just held the hat and
Yeah,
yeah, you
go,
should have.
go, go,
Yeah.
go. Running like a radio. Running like a radio. Go. No, no, no. But yeah,
Okay. So yeah, words to the YNs. Stop following these YNs.
yeah, stop
It's
following.
that
They crash
simple.
dummies. Like Gucci say, crash dummy.
Okay, this not a topic, but because you said Gucci, I just want to ask real quick. How do you feel about the whole Pooh Shiesty situation? Uh, him and his manager or whatever kidnapping Gucci and demanding he sign the contract to let him out the contract, and then Gucci put out a record, and he people saying, "Oh, you told on the record," and so how do you feel about that?
I truly believe that Pooh Shiesty is a crash dummy. I think when you're doing business right, I think the initial him initially getting signed, he was just only concerned about the money. I'm sure Gucci advised them, "Hey, you don't want to read the contract, my nigga." Nah, man, I trust you. I'm you Gucci man. You give me the money, man. I know you got me. Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a contract keeping him for a long ass time, regardless of whether he got into a criminal situation or not, nigga. You mine, type shit. Because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it's business. It's not personal. It's business. And that's how you gotta play business, especially when you sign liabilities, because that's all Gucci had been signing was like a bunch of
Yeah.
fucking liabilities. They good artists, they got what it takes, but they liability. They don't want to put in the work ethic. They want to be out here committing crimes. So when Pooh
Mm-hmm.
Shiesty did that retarded ass shit, going up to the Like that's just some dumb shit. No, I don't think Gucci is a snitch. In my personal perspective as a civilian, I feel like when you are out of the street longer than 10 years, you are now a civilian, and that street shit don't apply now. Morals should always apply in any situation, and morally, Gucci did what he had to do. Number one, his security is retired police. I don't know if the
Uh-huh.
nigga retired FBI or what, but the FBI picked this shit up, so he knows somebody. And then Gucci had to tell. He a felon. What the
Mm-hmm.
fuck? They probably said some shit like, "Nigga, if you don't tell, you're going to jail."
I
You
feel it.
know. So
Yeah.
and they robbed a white man. Are y'all crazy? Anytime a white man has a bruise on his body from a nigga, you're going down. And ain't nothing Gucci could say, tell a white cameraman of his, and I know that's his man. So, he had to stick behind his cameraman. So Pooh Shiesty put Gucci in a messed up situation where he had to tell. And I don't blame Gucci. Shout out to Gucci Burr.
I just can't believe that Pooh Shiesty just got out. You haven't been out that long and you would do something that stupid. Uh and go back to jail. At the same time, I know I listened to the song and Gucci was saying something like, I'm not Suge. This ain't Suge and Dre. This ain't back in the day. Because you remember that was the same situation that happened when Dre wanted out of the contract with Easy E. And the story goes that when Easy E came down in Death Row, they had jumped him, made him sign the contract to get Dre out. And supposedly that's when they stuck him with that needle, allegedly, that
Oh,
contained the virus.
oh,
But he had said that, and what's messed up is black artists do this, not all,
mm,
but a lot of black artists, some black artists do the same thing to other black artists that bigger labels do to them, as far as signing them in contracts where they know that they can't get out or they got to do 10 albums.
mhm,
And it's like not like that, but it's I understand you got to recoup, but at the same time, it's like, don't give nobody no jail contract.
yeah,
Don't give nobody a contract to where it's like you're eating and they're basically working for you. I don't know what the contract really entailed, but
right,
apparently when he mentioned the Suge and Dre line in the song, I said, okay, well, I know about that contract.
yeah,
So if it's anything like that situation, I could see how he got upset. But at the same time, it's just I agree with you. Like Gucci don't be in the street.
yeah,
He not rapping about being in the street no more. He living a family life. He just the legendary guwap, whatever you want to call him. And I mean, he didn't want to go to jail. I mean, he is a felon. And
yeah,
even though he got robbed, I mean, you came in contact with felons. You probably was guns there,
yeah,
whatever the situation. So he got to protect his. So, I
yeah.
mean, Pooh Shiesty, yeah, you're going to be gone
L
for
Cool
another 10.
L. He got an L and his cousin Big 30. And then they trying to flip it like, oh, because Gucci signed their cousin. What's that nigga name? Big Scar, something like that. He
Uh-huh.
died over overdose. So they trying to say that Gucci ain't really, look out. They was expecting Gucci, I guess, to give him $100,000
I
because
remember, yeah. They
because his
wanted the money.
yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
first of all, funerals cost about 10 bands, and Gucci gave you 10, the label gave you 10. Uh-oh. I'm tuning in to My Perspective podcast. We always here each and every Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, at 7 Eastern time and 4 p.m. West Coast time. You feel me?
Okay, so I'm gonna go to my topic then. Uh and it seems fitting since we're talking about that situation. That wasn't a topic, y'all, but that is a trending topic that's
Yeah,
going on right now. So all right. So my topic is, why does it seem like Los Angeles is an unsafe place for rap artists? out
Mm.
of town and in town.
Okay. As an out of towner, I'm gonna give my personal perspective because I lived in LA, the city. I lived on 80. You know how when you lived in the city, you got shout. Well, that's how it is where we at. So I got shout the places I lived at to stamp where I'm talking about. I lived on 85th and Wall. I was in the trenches, nigga. I lived on 85th and Wall. I lived on 52nd and Main and 52nd and Broadway. And I actually stayed out by the stadium in that little neighborhood. It's a Spanish neighborhood. It's called Brent. It started with a B, I think. I can't think of the name, but I lived out there. So, but I think it has a lot to do with gang culture. You know what I mean? I think that when you coming from another state, you really have to be mindful of the shit that you wear because all the hats in the world is a fucking gang hat. You know what I'm saying? And
True
so
that.
I think it's the immaturity. It is my personal perspective. I think it's the immaturity of LA because LA is such a very influential place. I think it's the lack of accountability of the people there that allow artists to not be safe in their own city. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a situation where, okay, if y'all want people to check in, cool. You, somebody got to know somebody, and checking in should mean extorting no money. It should just be like, hey, look, you touch down, this my folks, this my people, they with me type shit, you know? So you
Mhm.
know you good, but the extorting and you have to be, you can't wear with certain shit. If a motherfucker say I ain't from LA, the motherfucker should fall back, ease up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers say I ain't from here, they ain't trying to be banging on that banging time. Ease up, bag back. You know, it's other niggas in LA that's really trying to be on that type of time. And you know them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? You even know the walk of a nigga from LA. Like when you in LA, you know a nigga from LA.
that's true.
So it shouldn't even be no niggas is pressing out of towners. Like that's crazy. Unless like you
Mhm.
like that's just immature. Like we in a whole different type of generation and a situation in life where we got more to worry about, and we shouldn't have to worry about coming to a place where we love and we want to show I love being from out of town and have to worry about being pressed out by
Yeah,
irate gang members. I mean, I call them members. I don't like it really saying gang members. I call them members of the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's the title I gave him, and I feel like y'all even picked that up. But shout out to me because I've been saying that when I was with Ben Ready. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ben Ready. You know, but
yeah, it's immature, most definitely. That extorting part, it kind of remind me of like the mob,
yeah,
like how the mob used to do. I think I don't know if they still do it, but like how the mob used to do, like in Vegas.
yeah,
You know, for protection, you come out here. You know, you got to pay us for protection type
right,
thing. And it's like that's the same thing that the members, whatever,
yeah,
if you will,
yeah,
that's what they do too. They probably do the same thing to the actors. We just
yeah,
don't hear about it, you know, the ones that be trying to be in the street,
yeah,
but the rappers and the singers that try to be in the street, we definitely, you know about some of those stories, how they get extorted and they act
mhm,
like they from that hood, but you're not from that hood. It's just because you pay that hood, so
right,
that's the hood that you claim. um and it's stupid, but I was looking up because I was just, curious about this incident. Well, curious about this topic, and I wanted to talk about this topic. One, because of what happened to Ice Spice the other day.
oh yeah,
Um, that was
that's
totally
crazy.
crazy. It was disrespectful, rude. Um, April 15th, if y'all don't know, Ice Spice, she was at a McDonald's in Hollywood. She was eating, her and a friend, no security. Why? I don't know. But she's eating, her and a friend. This girl approaches her, and the girl basically comes at her aggressive, slaps her, and Ice Spice hopped over the table, and she ended up going outside to fight. A little
Mm-hmm.
situation happened, and the girl, Ice Spice team, they turned it over to the LAPD, of course. You know, the LAPD investigating. The
Yeah.
girl, her name is Vaya or whatever, and she on social media and she trying to say that she was a fan and
Mm,
Ice Spice was rude, but
mm.
clearly you can see from the footage the girl approached her already like on 10.
Yeah.
So and then for you to put your hands on her, then when they get outside, she ready to get down, but then here come this dude and he going at her and calling her all type of names and acting
Right.
like he trying to fight her. And it just looked like a Buster situation.
Yeah. Straight Buster, Mark ass Buster. That was some weird. That was some really weird stuff. And I feel bad for Ice Spice because who is prepared to fight? She's probably,
Mm-hmm.
been in that been in the McDonald's or some situations where she's been chilling and it hasn't had that type of reaction, but because immaturity lies in, people trying to get clout. You know what I'm saying? Clout is a major drug that this generation has. It shouldn't have happened. And then I blame the girlfriend, Ice Spice friend, because why are you even there? You weak
Yeah.
friend. Because
Yeah.
you shouldn't even let me get attacked. I'm the money hoe. You gotta protect me. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't fight, get beat up for me, you know?
And at McDonald's too. Like not like that, but for her to go to McDonald's, you already know one of them people that's working at McDonald's
Yeah,
went to the back, went and got their phone out the locker,
yeah,
text a friend, text somebody, and that's what Ice Spice and the rest of these celebrities, just like rest in peace to PNB Rock.
yeah,
Y'all can't be going places and thinking that these people are good people or
yeah,
trusting that these people not gonna set you up. They're gonna set you up. Rest in peace. You feel me? Pop Smoke. They're
yeah,
gonna set you up. They're gonna tell people your location, and you're gonna be the one that's either gonna end up injured, robbed, or
yeah,
killed. And you can't move like that. And I agree with you. That's probably not the first time that she's done that. So she probably felt like, you feel me, I could be comfortable.
yeah,
But because of this situation, I'm pretty sure now either she gonna have something on her or she gonna make sure security is with her at all times.
yeah, yeah, that's a fact, because we want to be normal. I get it. I get celebrities, and they just trying to be normal. They, you know what I'm saying? They tired of, the celebrity type of lifestyle. I get it. I get it. But Ice Spice got to either train. You know what I'm saying? Or have somebody that's willing to get tore up for it, or tear some shit up for it, because everybody can't fight, and you
But
got
you
to
see
be.
why they move out the hood though, and everybody talk about celebrities, especially black celebrities, and oh,
Mm.
why they never rest in peace Nipsey Hussle. You know why they never in the hood. You what are you?
That was a little Mexican though. Whole time that was a little a Mexican checking. That wasn't no black girl. She was Mexican, and
It
that.
don't matter. The dude who was with her was black, and
Oh
even
yeah,
though she Mexican, it's still the hood.
yeah,
You like anytime a black artist, anytime a black artist get on, they always say, "Oh, you a sellout." Why they never
yeah,
come back to the hood? Like I said, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. You cannot continue to be in these areas, and
yeah,
these people are seeing you. They see you on TV. They Google your net worth. They looking at all the moves that you make and they paying attention. So you're nothing but a mark. You're nothing but a
yeah,
come up for them. So you
yeah.
can't be moving and thinking that you can just trust people in situations. If you want to go to the hood, cool, but you need to have like 10 security guards with you that strap.
Right.
This is not a, oh, I'm gonna go to McDonald's. Baby, if you wanted a McDouble or whatever, you should have had two big dudes with you with black sweatsuits on, ready to get to it. Like you it, and this is why celebrities can't be normal. People talk about them. Oh, why they act like they can't be around. That's why. It's not that they don't want to associate. It's celebrities in LA all the time. That's how some of them be thinking they gangbangers because they go to the hood because they kick it with these people. But at the same time, it's like you gotta you're paying them. You
Yeah,
gotta worry about something happening to you. You could be
yeah,
extorted. That's why celebrities move the way that they do, and I don't blame them.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Biggie Smalls. Like, not like that, but y'all gotta be careful when y'all come to LA. Rest in peace, Dollar. He got killed at the Beverly Center. Y'all gotta be careful when y'all are coming to LA. Y'all gotta have security with y'all. Don't trust nobody out here.
Yeah, yeah,
For real. If
yeah,
they not a record executive, don't trust nobody out here.
yeah. Unless you know they ass for real. You
You
know,
better
you better know
mama
'em.
house. Your mama that made fish for me.
Right. If you ain't meet them people parents, you don't know them people.
On me. Like, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but in
That's a
LA,
fact though. That's a fact. Out here it's the same. You can't really trust people, but you don't. Yeah, it's the same, you know.
they
It's the
popping
same.
celebrities out here left and right. They don't even care. Like, oh, you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. So y'all make sure y'all hear from a LA native. I mean a California native and a person that lives in LA currently, you know. So be
They
careful,
broke
man.
out here. They broke out here. They real talk. Like, it's niggas that's broke out here. Like, they not robbing each other. Like, cause the gangbangers is in jail. The drug dealers is dead and in jail. Ain't nobody out here with them thick chains on and
Yeah.
cars no more. So now they're coming after you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So make sure you have situational awareness. You know
Stay
what
on
I'm
the
saying?
swivel.
Swivel. I'm always my head is always. You know what I'm saying? Always. I ain't
Like
never.
Linda Blair, like the
Man,
Exorcist, you
I'm always
was.
gonna be alert. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never get. I done had a situation there. I done had some funny situations happen, man. Out LA, they real life be pressing shit.
Hmm.
I met this nigga named Big Teeny. He was a Crip. I don't know if he was a rolling 60s Crip, but he pressed us. We was on Sunset Boulevard where my man came from DC. He was in a red Mustang. And the nigga pulled up. We was lifted too. We was towed up. And my man was drunk as shit, the driver in the back to see we was out the Cavassier. So the nigga pulled up in his truck. There's a lot of them in there. So the nigga like, yeah, where y'all from? I go to the car. I put my elbow in the car. I look in the car. I'm like, shit, I'm from Capitol Heights. Somebody in the car say, oh yeah, I know where that's at. No bullshit. My hand to God, let God strike me down right now. The driver say, oh, what y'all on? And then that's when the driver say, man, they ain't on nothing. And they took off. And then I realized when I'm sober to that shit, if we said the wrong thing, they was gonna steal that motherfucking car because it was red
Uh-huh.
and he was a Crip. So they probably thought we
Mhm.
was some Bloods. Now that I'm thinking about it right now, but shit.
Excuse me. They saw it come up. You said Capitol Heights. They like, yeah, they not from out here.
Yeah.
Don't mess with them. They not
No
from out
mess
here.
with him. But I was really taken back when the nigga said, "Oh, I know what that's for." Well, I know what that said. I was like, "Yeah, we out with." Shout out to 41. You know what I'm saying? Big Capital Height shit. You know,
That nigga lying. He probably thought
he
you meant
ain't
Lincoln Heights.
lying. He ain't no damn Capital Height.
That nigga lying. I would have said, oh, for real? Where's you been out there?
I know. See, I was drunk. So when he said that, I was just already excited that we know it out here in LA.
Speaking of Capitol Heights, the next topic is on you.
Yeah. All right. Bet that was a good transition. I like that. You smooth with that.
I
Okay.
be I be working on it.
You know? Okay, so as DC turns, you feel me? So in the world of DC, a lot has been happening. Mirror racks. We have some releases of some very prominent artists out here in the DMV. So if you at a YouTube, make sure you type in Mirror Racks. That's MERERACKZ.
Okay.
He's a young cat from PG County. I can't remember where in PG County, Maryland he from. I think he might be from like around, I don't know. I don't want to mess up and say the wrong hood. Nigga be mad. But from PG County, he's from the hood somewhere in PG County, Maryland, Mid-Rocks. He's notably doing collabs with Cuter Food. He just
Okay.
he just recently did a collab with another person that just got released from DC. His name is Slime Goon. So make sure you tap in with Slime Goon. That's a hot artist right there. They just collab, did a little song. And one thing I want to say about the dude Mid Rocks, right? Ooh, I had some base seasoning on my face. Sorry. One thing I want to say about Mid Rocks is that when he touched down, I could notably see, in my perspective, a change because he said, "I ain't here with no beef. I'm squashing shit." He you know what I'm saying? He ain't even on that type of time. He on making music and, just focusing on the money. And I really think more artists should have that type of mindset when they locked up and not come out here on that bullshit again. Like, come on. You just lost a lot of your time behind BS, so you gotta tighten up. And I feel like he doing that along with Slime Goon. I just only hear him doing music, dropping shit. I don't really hear his name and no BS or no wild, stuff. So that's cool. Shout out to them. And then we got this president, Donald Trump. He man, they don't, Donald Trump is the number one hated man in the world. He the number one hated man in the world. And so he out here, we got the permanent National Guards in DC. They permanent now, so they be everywhere walking down. And most recently, I don't know if you've seen it, but it got reposted on Hollywood Unlocked. There was a situation where a young black male was probably in Southeast somewhere, and he was walking. And in Southeast, a lot of dudes, or in this area in general, they wear the satchels. You know what I'm saying? Hood satchel, hood man bag. You know what I'm saying? And so he was walking or whatever. And when you walking in the city, you always want to be alert and know what's going on, especially if you see if you notice some unmarked cars. So I'm pretty sure he noticed an unmarked car or something, and he held onto the satchel and turned around or some shit, and then turned his bag around and kept it moving. And in the police eyes, they seen that as being a sign that he has something illegal on him, and so they felt the need that they should stop and frisk him, right? And in DC, in places that it is legal to stop and frisk, DC, LA, and some other places that it's illegally, they have the right to legally stop you and ask if they can frisk you, and you can deny the stop and frisk, and they can, take a denial stop and frisk report. But he held his composure. The young man held his composure. The police officer was being a jerk. You know what I'm saying? Just saying anything out of his mouth just to, feel like he on a come up, because probably he's done that before. And every time he's done that, he's been successful in, obtaining a weapon or whatever the case might be. But the young man held his composure. He knew his rights. He didn't allow him to frisk him. It didn't look like he allowed him from the video. And, they let him go. And it ended up going viral in our area. And then I noticed it started going viral outside of the DMV, and it got picked up by Hollywood Unlocked. But I think that when you when you get in situations like that, that shows that Black people, we have to have more emotional intelligence, and we just got to know the laws. Number one, it's never good for you to be very combative to the police, even if they are being illegal. Number one, because it can turn up the situation and it can escalate in a way it don't need to be escalated. If you know you're not doing anything wrong, you don't have to allow them to search you. They can ask, but if they don't.
And look how sad that sounds, that we gotta teach Black people that.
Yeah, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reality, and that's the world we living in. Because
and him wearing a satchel is not alarming.
No, and him turning it and looking back is not alarming either, because he's not see, nigga. He gotta watch his motherfucking back. It's
just sad how much they try to desensitize us.
Yeah.
And make us think that, oh well, now it's his fault.
Right.
It's his fault because he shouldn't have wore that bag. It's his fault because he shouldn't have turned around and turned the bag. How is it his fault for walking down the street?
Yeah.
When other races do it all the time and you guys don't say anything, they killing each other all the time. You guys don't say anything. You know what I thought was crazy is, the little 7-year-old girl that just got unalived and essayed by the FedEx driver?
No, oh yeah, yeah, I heard about that. That was some wild man. I hope them people in them prison yards, man. I hope they do him dirty, man.
In Texas. But you know what I thought? Had he been black, because he when he was going through the neighborhood, it was a lady who stopped him and she said, "Oh, you can't go through the gate or something."
Yeah,
And he was like, "Oh, what's all the commotion?" She said, "A 7-year-old girl has been kidnapped." Had he been black, they would have searched that truck.
yeah,
They would have pulled him out of the truck and they would have searched that truck. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's sad that we have to like prepare ourselves and prepare our children before we even walk out of the door
yeah,
on how we have to act or how we have to react to them. And that's messed up because what
yeah,
we're acting for and what we're reacting to is prejudice, discrimination, and
yeah,
racism and
yeah,
hatred.
yep,
And we shouldn't have to. But
yeah,
I'm glad that he handled himself with composure. I'm sure the comments, it was a whole lot of people calling him all type of names.
yeah,
Oh, he's different from the usual suspect or whatever the crap that they be putting. But kudos to you, young man. You lived another day. Sorry that you had that experience, but you lived another day.
right. You lived another day, man. So shout out to that man. And then the last thing is that these two kids they got killed. They was over here by the Circle Seven. This is a very what you call a knock knock gas station. You go in that joint, somebody might knock you off because it's in a cut. It's right off the highway. It's right beside the church, and it's in Northeast. So, long live those two young kids. One of the names was Milo. So long live little Milo. He was 12. It's just unfortunate, somebody shot in the crowd and they don't know who did it. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling like it be the government doing stuff like this. Like it be people trying to make it seem like it's somebody in the neighborhoods doing this stuff. But I honestly feel like it's people that's being paid to do random shit like this because it just don't make no sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It just don't make no sense. Like, why would you shoot in a crowd of young people and no target? You looking for a target, but you scared to get out and walk your target down. You shoot in the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
innocent people get hit, and your target lives another day, and they might come spin and smoke your behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just unfortunate. We gotta pray for the DMV, man. I don't know. This I feel like it's just getting worse and worse out here. So get y'all souls right with God, man. At the end of the day, God is the power. And if your soul not right, and if you're not talking to God, you're gonna be out here moving like you a demon. So all these young people want to be demons until they meet the devil, and they
On demon
screaming in the
time.
pits of hell, eternal fire, burning, tongue on fire, skin on fire, eyes bulging out.
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to be a demon, then you gonna want to be an angel. So
Exactly.
you know,
All right.
that's my second topic.
As
As the
DC.
world, as the DC turns, I was about to say as the world turns.
Yeah, I'm like, you tripping. We doing DC. Come
As
on.
DC turns, as DC turns.
Well, my last topic is
Yeah.
going to be, of course, the Michael Jackson movie. So, you guys know that the movie officially releases on the 24th, this Friday,
Mhm.
worldwide. But I saw online that there were like people overseas, like in London and stuff like that, saying that it releases over there on the 22nd. So,
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep my eye out.
Yeah,
But it's coming out on the 24th. It's a biopic about Michael. And it's supposed to cover the years of the birth, or the Jackson 5 rather, or his young years all the way into the Bad era when he did the Bad tour.
yeah.
um Janet is not going to be depicted in the film.
Oh,
She opted out of having herself portrayed in the film.
damn.
There are a lot of talks that basically it's because she's going to do her own biopic, so she
Oh,
doesn't want to sell. the rights to her image to this,
Oh,
and she wants to do her own thing, which I mean, I understand. But then at the same time, I mean, your brother is Michael Jackson.
yeah.
So,
So she would
but
have to sell her image
yeah, when they do biopics or whatever, they sell the rights to
forever.
use. Not forever. They just sell the rights to them to use it for that biopic. What it like if they're doing a documentary or whatever, then that production company or that whatever get the rights to do that movie.
Oh, okay, I got it.
So I guess she wants to be protective over that. So when it's her time, I could do it big and so
Yeah, would
I
she have the
mean
rights to use Michael's image in her biopic?
that's something that she would have to negotiate. Just like I'm sure they came to her and she said no, then she would have to come to them and see what happens, I guess.
Oh, that might not have been a good move on Janet's part, but I get it. I understand.
Yeah, so we'll see how that play out. But they had the premiere. They had a premiere in Berlin, and then they had a premiere on the 20th, 4/20 on Sunday out here.
Mm,
Um, all the family was there except for Janet
damn.
and Paris. His daughter wasn't there, and the brother Blanket wasn't there.
Oh, they
Um,
beefing though. They having some type of beef going on with the family, the kid.
yeah, they're not feeling the movie as far as well, his daughter doesn't agree with the film and she doesn't agree with all this money that's being spent, and she wants an account of all this money that's being spent because he's made billions, well they've made billions and billions of dollars since he passed away, and it's like, okay, where's the money going?
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's why she ain't feeling it, and then she want to make sure her father is portrayed, I guess, in the way that she feels he should be.
yeah,
I don't know, to the full extent what that mean,
right,
but she's not feeling it and I respect
right,
it. I didn't live with him, so I don't know. I'm a fan, that's it.
right.
Um but as far as the cast, it's directed by Antoine Fuqua,
Mm,
and the cast, of course, is starring Jafar Jackson as Michael, Nia
yeah,
Long as Katherine Jackson.
mm.
Coleman Domingo is going to be Joe Jackson, and Lorenz Tate is going to be playing Barry Gordy, and it's a lot of people that's going to be in there.
Yeah, this seemed like it's gonna be a fire movie. I'm glad they was able to get nephew, blood lineage up in that joint because he looked like a young Michael Jackson. Favors him a little bit.
As a fan, I'm gonna go see it because I want Michael Jackson's movie to be number one. It's
Yeah.
already like a lot of hatred. Like Rotten Tomatoes gave it 27% rating.
Damn.
Um, yeah, it's a lot of hatred already. People saying it's whitewashed because
Oh,
what they wanted to see in the film is all the negative.
right,
Um, they want to see the bad and not
right,
the good of this man. So of
right.
course the haters are gonna hate, but I'm gonna see it because I want it to be number one and I'm a fan. But at the same time, because I'm a fan and because I know what Michael went through,
Yeah,
I'm not happy. I'm not happy that they're continuing to make money off of this man, and y'all are the reason why this man is deceased.
yeah. That's true.
So
That's true. It's like they say, fuck that nigga. He's still gonna make us some money.
like y'all are gonna be able to make money. Like y'all, what my grandma said when Michael Jackson died, she said to us, she said, the sad thing is these people, their
Mhm.
families are gonna be rich off of this black man for years and generations and generations and generations and generations.
Yeah,
That generational wealth, unfortunately, is not going to the black family.
yeah,
So that's the only thing that I felt like as a fan, it's very unfortunate that he passed, and it's very unfortunate that they finally got what they wanted, which was take him out of the picture so they could make money off of him without him interfering.
Right. They got what they wanted. And mainly because people in his family so they just want the money.
Yeah, it was just about the money. So I'm gonna go see it. I'll be dressed up and I will make sure I give my review. But yeah,
How you like Wale outfit?
I thought that his outfit, out of everybody that was there, it's kind of like if y'all there for Michael, come on, like y'all should have did better. And I like that Wale, he did kind of like the Thriller with the jacket. You feel me? He looked
Yeah.
like the young YN, but he was dressed like Mike.
Yeah.
Some of them people, it just looked like y'all didn't even try. Y'all came here dressed like y'all was going to the BET Awards. Like this is Michael Jackson. Y'all should have been. And that's another thing too. It's some people that support it, and I hope to see other celebrities. But I hate how the black celebrities kind of leave him. I feel like in the dust, as far
Who Wale?
as, huh?
Who Wale?
Nah, Mike. Like
Oh,
I wouldn't expect it Wale to be there. I thought that was dope, but it's certain people. I feel like when it comes to Michael Jackson, they'll say it in interviews. Oh, he's the king. He's the this. He's the that. But when it comes time to support him, it's like, oh, I
yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to touch that. Like when he was going around and he was telling people in 2003 that Sony was stealing from black artists. None
Oh,
of the black artists got behind him.
right.
And the dude was literally on TV and doing press conferences and going to different countries. And he was talking about they stealing from us, and none of the black artists got behind him. So it's like, I just
Yeah.
feel like, come on, y'all always pump up how he paved the way. And if it wasn't for him, y'all wouldn't even be worldwide the way that you
Yeah.
are. And that's real. So it's
Yeah.
like, just come
Show
on.
Mike some more.
Like,
Show Mike some real love.
yeah, like show him some respect because the fans getting on social media, it's so dope seeing how many people have come out of the woodworks. And it's like, I could be a Michael Jackson fan. You know, I don't got to be ashamed because at one point in time, people used to talk about you. You feel
Yeah.
me? If you was an MJ fan. So show some love to your boy. Like that man gave his life. Let's keep it 100. That man gave his life for the music industry. And
Yeah.
he was a civil rights activist in
Yeah.
my opinion, with the
Yeah.
things that he did to break down barriers for black artists. So
That's a fact. And the fact that I also don't like this that they trying to whitewash Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And like he wasn't a black man because when you ask little kids, when you show them the black picture of Michael Jackson, they don't know who that is, but you show them the white picture, they like, "Oh, that's Michael Jackson." You know what I'm saying? I don't
I
really
don't
like
know.
how.
I beg to differ
Oh
because
yeah.
when you get on social media, when you see these others, they look at the black Michael Jackson and they be telling their parents, I've seen videos and they say, I want to be black like him.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like it's half and half. I feel like if you don't expose your kids to it,
Oh, yeah.
then they're not gonna know. But for the videos that I be seeing on social media, it seemed like it's a lot of kids that they
That no
know he
Mike.
was black and
Okay.
then he was white. Like it was a little white boy who went viral and he was crying because his mom was like, you could be Michael Jackson. And he was like, I want to be black. Like I can't because my skin is not black. And she was like, no,
Oh.
but you could be Michael because, you know, he had white skin too. And he was like, no, but I'm not Michael because I'm not black, you know? So
Mm.
I think it's half and half. Like it's
Yeah.
about what you teach, you feel me, and what you expose your kids to. Like,
Yeah, I believe that. That's true too. That is true. So shout out to all the Michael Jackson fans. I love Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? He's definitely a person that is definitely, like you said, an activist for the community. He is somebody who has changed the world. And if you really listen to Michael Jackson lyrics, right, all his music is really about what people deal with: drugs,
mm-hmm.
theft, love, heartbreak,
Prostitution, sex
prostitution,
trafficking.
gang banging. You know,
Hmm.
Mike got a song about cripping. You know
For
what I'm saying? He be
real.
like, I'm a what do you say? I'm a gang or being a gangster. I don't know if it's a crip or being a gangster, but you know, Mike was a cool person. So shout out to Mike, long live Mike. Shout out to Janet Jackson. I wish she would have been in the movie or been a part of it. Maybe it would have got better ratings.
We'll see when they do the next part of the movie because it's ending at bad. So if they picking it up from bad to the next few years, we'll see. I guess if she decide, especially if they do that scream part. I mean, you gotta be in it. That's the only song and video y'all got together. So
Yeah.
show up and show out.
Show up and show out. Show up and show out.
But that's all I got.
All right, man. Well, this is my perspective podcast. This is episode 4. I mean, this is season 4, episode siete.
We don't know for real.
We gonna say siete though, but we don't know. But we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm your girl, Big Homie Smiles.
It's your girl. They call me PYT. And shout out to our girl, Jamie B.
It's your girl PYT, and shout out our girl Jamie B. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all tap in with us, man. We see y'all next time, man. And we out. Shout out
Yeah.
to